I am the owner and creator behind everything in CarolJo's. It is where community and creativity come together in the jewelry and accessory world. We do lots of different things here. We have chat times a couple of times a week where we talk about making jewelry, any questions you have. And we also talk about running small businesses and just different things that help out in that process. We do Makers Meetup, which is where we talk together. You guys can come live with me and we talk about making jewelry or whatever's going on. It doesn't even have to be jewelry related. What's your latest craft that you're working on? All the fun stuff. And then we do tutorials, which is where you will get step-by-step directions on how to create stuff, or sometimes we'll have it discussion based where we just talk about it and try to answer questions that you have about certain things or processes in jewelry making. Then we do live events. In the live events, what we do there is that we have items that you guys can claim and add to your bead collections. So those are a little bit of what we do here. Today is a tutorial day. Hi there, Andy. And it is a little bit different today than most days. And that this one's going to be more discussion based rather than like showing you. Okay. I will tell everybody over here on TikTok, Ashley's not going to be live today. So if you guys could help by getting it out, can you guys share it? You can add it to your stories. You can repost or share it to someone you know that normally comes that you're friends with. That would be wonderful. I am bringing up my backup account so that I can do this too. So I'm just getting there. So sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself on what we're going to be doing. Let's do the sharing. Once we get 10 shares, 10,000 likes, we'll start doing giveaways. So just give me a moment. I'm going to do it from my backup account first. There, go to the story. There we go. We're going to add it to my story. There we are. And then I'm going to share it to individuals that I know usually come. Let's see. There we go. I sent it to a few. Let's try this again with some more. All right, we'll send that one there. All right. Oh, I hope you're liking those, Geraldine. All right, you need to just let me know what you guys honestly think about them and see if we should do them again in January. Hi there, Roblox lover. All right, so today is going to be more of a discussion day. The title of this tutorial is Bold and Beaded bracelet, stretchy bracelet tutorial. Hi there, Jade. What it really is, and I did not make an example because I want us to use our imagination. So the trend, let me not say thing, the trend for 2026 in the fall. Oh, there you go. And it is about chunky jewelry. And one of the things that I think of when I think chunky jewelry, and I was like, I am not a fan of like a single bracelet that's really chunky, like a 12 or 15 millimeter size beaded bracelet. Well, hello from India. We're in the United States. I am specifically in South Dakota in the United States. And so when I hear that trend, I sat here and went and looked at some things thought about this, and I wanted to give us a little bit of a twist on that trend. Yeah, and so Andy put over here, she's like, I don't mind a little bit chunky, but not so chunky that it looks bad. And you know, sometimes some of the runway models will give you those over the top looks, and they've got the huge like Wilma Flintstone style necklaces, only it's a bracelet with those large beads. And to me, that's over the top. Well, Ashley, you did make it. I was thinking you were going to be here today. And so I wanted to think about how we can make a bold, chunky looking bracelet without it being Wilma Flintstone style. So that is what I sat back and thought about. And I want to share with you some of the things that I thought of while I was going there about how we can continue to use the trends that we see, but make it so that it isn't just like Andy was saying. To me, those are tacky. I don't know another word than tacky. It's over the top, not something I would wear every day. We want to create jewelry that just like us, we're going to wear it every day. And so I thought about it, and what I came up with for an idea, and I want you guys to think about it from this aspect. I'm going to get out of the backup account so I can see my stuff, because I got my talking points for this so I don't forget something. Is that you can create this look using 4 to 10 millimeter size beads. You know how you do it? You do it by creating stacks. Now, when we think about it, chunky is big. It doesn't mean everything has to be big. It's just the overall look of it is big. And so I'm going to grab the bracelets that we made a few weeks ago. This was for a stack of bracelets. But when you look at this, there's not a chunky bead on here. The largest bead we had was an 8 millimeter size bead. Hold on. I got to look at a message over here. Oh, we can show that. I don't know why it was like, so 8 millimeters is as large as we went. We don't have any of those big 15 millimeter or bigger size beads in here at all. They are anywhere from a 6 millimeter to 8 millimeter, which is the average size bead that a lot of us use. So what I'm going to say is chunky doesn't mean big, bulky. Chunky just means bold in my mind. In this world, it's bold. When you look at these three together, hi there. Okay, this to me is bold. And the reason being is that this isn't going to just sit on your wrist. I'm going to put it on my hand here so you guys can see. I've got 3 of them. That's bold. That's what the style is about. It is about being bold in what you're using. You don't have to have big beads for it. You don't have to have over the top anything. This is 3 bracelets. That's all it is. Each one can be worn individually or they can be worn together. One of the things that is in for this fall, winter time frame, and this just cracks me up, is that it is, normally we've had in the past, the necklaces, yes, they can be layered, but they're minimal, meaning they're dainty, they're small, they're the same color. You know, when you think of like a minimalist house, it's like all gray or all white, one color, one thing. This fall trend is about the maximum, not the minimum. So here we have 3 bracelets, and you can go with the 3. But they're also challenging you to go into using 5 bracelets, 7 bracelets. You could have all different kinds of bracelets all the way up your wrist if that's what you want. I am usually between 3 and 5. 5 is my max. So you guys, in the chat, what is the max number of bracelets that you guys wear together? So yep, so that is what this is about. About how can we create a look and getting it to do that. Oh, Rose, you do too. Okay, you guys are on the odd. Cheryl said 4. Rose says 2. How do you do odd or even numbers? I said odd, I meant. How do you guys do even numbers? I can't do an even number. I seriously can't. It is very, very, very hard for me to do even numbers. It's kind of like I was watching somebody's live today and they were trying to make a wristlet and the numbers weren't going together. And she was like, because they don't equal each other. And in my mind, it was about that they were not symmetrical. It was off in the pattern that she picked out that it ended up not being symmetrical. Okay, Jade's been wearing 2 lately. Okay, you guys are like wowing me because I can't do that. And she kept saying it's the OCD. I have never been diagnosed with OCD. I have gotten better about not being symmetrical. Andy said her first answer was going to be 2 and then it was going to be 4. Hello, cats meow. So Ashley does 2, sometimes 1. I'm usually a 1 lately just because I don't have the greatest stacks just really readily quick, but I do have one that I wear 3 of. So yeah, Rose just puts them on and doesn't think about it. I love that answer. So think about, you can take any style of beads. And when we made this stack, I wasn't thinking about the boldness of it. I was just thinking about how can you have different beads come together for a cohesive look. Thanks, Angela. She put over here, Angela put, all I have to see is your shelves to know that you are OCD. Dr. Caruso Phillips. Oh, that's cracking me up. Thank you for the follow, Kimberly. And so when we did this one, I want to talk about what we did here and to talk about it again, just to bring it back into what we were doing. You can take and put any type of a pattern together. The patterns didn't have to be the same. I just used like colors between the different stacks here. So, in this one we used like, it's I can't think of the name of the color all of a sudden. It's like an orangey brown. We've got brown, and then we have the beige or goldenrod color. Okay, I'll go look at it after the live. Thank you. Thanks, Geraldine, for doing that. I've got the greens. The greens are in the same tone family. And then I chose for the metal on these, they're all the antique bronze. So our colors are all cohesive. And when we talked about that, we talked about that you didn't have to have the same shape. You don't have to have the same faceted versus smooth. You can mix those up, and that adds to the boldness that you're creating in there. I was going to say generating because whatever we want to use. And so when you think about it from that aspect. Just grab beads that have like same color tones, same metal, that type of thing. One of the things that I've thought about is that I didn't repeat beads on here, like meaning, thank you, Andy. I didn't repeat like having 2 or 3 of the same beads together. But that's another way to create the boldness, is to have your focal bead and then have like 1 to 3 beads of the same ones next to it. Sometimes in my mind that makes the focal stick out too much and it doesn't create the boldness, but that is something you can do. Just think about doing that when you're doing it. You can do round. You can do rondelles, you can do cubes, you could do nuggets, you could do chips. You can mix your shapes. Don't have your shapes all be the same. Mix them up. I mean, here we have, on this one, we have a smooth round, a faceted round, a rondelle, and then we have a flat antique bronze spacer bead. Here, my pattern is the flower, a round that's smooth, a flower, a rondelle, and then a round that's smooth, and then the rondelle that's faceted. So here we have the coin, rondelle, coin. Then we have the antique bronze. That is a rondelle for both of those. And then a smooth round. So you don't have to have like the same things throughout all the bracelets. You don't have to wait till you get to that. And that's one thing that when I started creating jewelry, and the reason why I wanted to talk about this, because when I started thinking about this one for today, when I started doing jewelry, this is what I was told to do to create. Go find a focal bead that you like and put a couple accent beads around it. That'll work. Do whatever makes you happy. For some of us, that is overwhelming just to hear those words. There isn't any type of structure to it. Like, I was very symmetrical, and hearing that was very difficult for me to hear. So when I started creating jewelry, it was really hard for me. And if you notice things that I've created like from 20 years ago, they are the same thing over and over and over again. And that is a 6 or 8 millimeter size bead with 4 or 3 millimeter spacer beads beside it. All of them round, nothing else. Everything round, smooth round. I didn't do faceted. I saw the faceted in the store, but I couldn't design with it. Hi, Kay. And so I wanted to let you guys know you can pick anything you want. Yep, that was what I did for years. That I didn't go outside of that. That for bracelets, that's what I did all the time. It's pretty boring. Pretty not fun, for me, now that I see what I can do when you can do this. I'm not saying you're boring, Nordic Luna, at all. But when I figured out I can do more, I was like, oh, dear Lord, yes. I didn't do faceted. I probably never used a faceted bead. So Nordic Luna, you'll understand this one, for probably 10 years. And you guys know I've done this business for 20 years. Yep. And it's the preferred. You are correct. It is the preferred. It's the easy route for me. If I want to mass make when I have events, I go straight to that. And I've had to stop and go, you don't need to do the same thing over and over again. I know that sounds silly, but you can. I could do this one by itself. And you can do this one by itself. And this one. And then you could do it as a collection together and create something really bold. So that's what I wanted to talk about. So the other thing to think about is most of the beads that I use are glass. If you use the larger beads and they're glass, it's going to be extremely heavy. If you're going to use heavier beads, you need to have the thicker. Thank you, Travis Lynn for the follow. Hi, Lulu. If you are going to do that, you need the thicker diameter stretch cord. I normally use this one here, which is the 0.8. I have it in bulk, as you can tell. Do the 1 millimeter. They do have bigger than 1 millimeter. You have to be careful going above 1 millimeter, because if you do that above, what happens is that the holes in the beads are usually 1 millimeter, so they won't always fit through it. So you just got to look at what size hole you have in the bead too. Most glass beads, if you're going to use glass, are 1 millimeter. They might be 1.2. You can double up the cord if you want, but then you have to go with a smaller one to double it up. So if you used the 0.5, it's the 1 millimeter. So look at it from this aspect. Do you want to thread that through twice, Or do you want to do it just once? That's just something to think about. All right. So that's a lot of the talking points that I wanted to talk about. We're going to try to create a bold piece using some of the color choices that are the trend for fall. I didn't pick any out. I'm going to read to you guys color palettes, and you guys will tell me which one do you think we should do. Palette number 1. So option 1. Yep, I always do 0.8 a lot of the time. I have both, all 3 of them, but I usually do 0.8. Palette 1 is like your fall colors, warm, earthy tones, which are the deep reds, the green, and the amber, rust, that type of color. You know, this. I don't have red in there, but it's got those colors. Number 2 is jewel tone, which I may not have as many beads in this one, but we can see. I'm going to use the beads that are in my collection for this. Jewel tones are your amber, or not amber, emerald, your sapphire blue, your ruby reds, gold. Palette 3 is the soft tones, which is like a deep green with peaches and cream, or caramel, pinks and blush color. So it's a little bit softer. And then the neutral palette, that's number 4. And that is like cream, rust, chocolate, you know, those, it's going to stay in the brown family mostly, is where I see number 4. So once again, you guys all vote here. Number 1 for the fall colors. Number 2 for jewel tone. Number 3 for the soft contrast. Number 4 for neutral. You guys tell me. And for neutral, you'd also use like gold for your metal. Soft contrast. We've got 2 of the jewel tone. We got 3 for jewel tone. All right. As I say, 2 is winning out here, everybody. So let's go with, I'll see what I can find for the jewel tone. So that's going to be sapphire blue, emerald, and ruby. And then gold will be our color. Gold will be easy. Let me grab the gold one. He's over here. I have some boxes in front of it. Okay. All right, we got the gold. Now we got to go with red, ruby red. Ruby red. Red's ready. Oh, red's down here. I went up and I didn't need to go up. Because we're going to make more than one to create this. So I'm going to grab that one. How about those 2 together? Yep. Okay. Any other ones in here? And I'm going to try to stay in the 6 to 8 millimeter size. Ooh, there's that one. Okay. I'm going to put some of these back on the shelf so they don't fall over. There we go. Sapphire blue is our next color. And that's over here. Ooh, an amethyst purple in there. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Hold on. We're looking for sapphire. Ooh, this is a good one. Let's see. Nope, I don't want that one. Nope, these are going to be too dark for what I've got going on. Okay, I got 2 of the blues. That's not dark. Not that one. None of those are dark. Those are lighter blues. This was the tray, the first blue tray I picked. If that's not like some sapphire-y colors in there. But I'm looking for some other ones. Oh, that's shells. Oh, here we go. Let's do this one. Okay. Now for purple. Amethyst. Ooh. Okay. Ooh. I might be taking red out and putting green in instead, emerald. Because, like, look at these together. I don't know if I like them together, but I like those. And here's the other one. See, I really do like this two together. I'm going to leave that. I'm going to change that one out. I'm holding them up. That helps getting it in the light. Not liking that one. Let's see about this. Yep, that's that rich jewel tone. I'm liking that. We might take the red out. How about these two? Yep, I like that. Unless I can find a darker red than what I had selected originally. More garnet than ruby. Okay. Going back over to the red and see if I can find a dark red. Hold on. What do you guys think of that one? Give me a yay or nay on those. Let me bring them. I'm trying not to have the light shine on it. You guys can say no. You're not going to hurt my feelings. You don't like the plating? Okay, that's fine. Nope, I don't like that one either. I might just go to green. I'm going to go over to green for a second, okay? All right. A dark green. I have Beading Betty in my way, so I have to move. Here we go. We got the dark greens here. God, I don't want it there. I'm liking that. Okay, so that's the purple, and what I had for this one with the red, you guys let me know. Should we do red, blue, green? Or should we do purple, blue, green? I love green. So 1 or 2? 1 is red, 2 is purple. You guys let me know. We got to vote for purple. We got to vote for red. 2, 2, 2. Everybody's voting purple. Okay. All right. Let's see here for this one. Nope, I don't like that green with it. Don't vote yet. I wanted like an opaque one. Nope. Because if you did these together, hold on. You got to think about, we're going to put these together. God dang, there's a reflection. There we go. I think I like that one. Okay, we're going to do those two. And now we're going to go for our third. Let's get something. Do we have faceted in here? The faceted one we have, I don't like in there. What about this? Nope, I don't like that. Let's see if we have a different one. Here's some more dark ones. Okay. There's a cathedral. Let's see. Ooh, I like that. Okay. Okay, we're going with those. Let me. He's missing his handle. I'm gonna be a little sad. I don't know why he's missing his handle. And I was thinking that I would do gold with these, but maybe I'll stick with gold. Let's see what we got for gold. We have, I'm going to go with antique gold. So we've got that one. We have the flowers here. And trying to see what else we have in antique gold. I don't want to go with gold because I think that'll overpower it too much. Let me grab my other tray of beads here. Let's do I think I want this color of gold. Hi, beads. Let's do that one with those. Okay. All right, everybody, I'm going to point you down. I don't have any bead caps. I don't have bead caps in my own collection. All right, here we go. Putting y'all down. And now I'm going to bring up my backup account so I can kind of see comments. I went out so I could read notes, but let me go back in. There we go. All right. I don't know if these are the exact ones that I want for each one, but we'll see. I'm going to spend my time on each one individually. We're going to do this one. We're going to cut off a piece of stretch cord. I'm just doing it almost the length of my... We are working on making some bold layered neck bracelets because it's bold and beaded is the title of the tutorial. And we can change this up after we get working on it. I just love that matte finish on that one. These are the cathedral. And then the round gold. I think I don't want round gold on this one because we have round smooth, the cathedral. We need to bring in another shape. Let's maybe move these around. So let's go with that one. He's a rondelle looking one. All right. I am thinking here, we'll put these. Okay. This is what I've got so far. I'm just putting it together. I'm going to do the blue. The purple, the blue. Let me see. That needs something in between. We might just do each bead with one of these in between it, which is not what I did on my other ones, but we can do that here. Doesn't mean we can't. What do you guys think of this pattern? I took the red out. Just was not tripping my trigger to have the red in there. I'll show you what it would be looking like with two. When you said purple, I went purple, Nordic Luna. Okay, I'm going to show you it with two. You guys are going to listen to my oohs and ahs today. If that's not a jewel tone, I'm loving that jewel tones. I do not have my little measure for my bracelets over here. I might have to go grab it. We are really, really close, everybody, to 10K. We just need 2.4. So while I am making and not always talking, can you guys be liking? I can't find the middle of that one. There we go. There's the hole. So that we can do at least one giveaway, if not two today. Oh, there it is. Okay, I gotta grab my measure, my bracelet thing. So hold on. Right here. I've been hard on him lately. We need at least one more. Okay, let's bring that back over. One more. And I will tell you all, using chandelier style beads has been an extremely difficult thing for me to work with. And it has to do with that the edges are frosted and this is polished, and I just could never put anything together. So this is what the first one will look like. I'm liking it. Okay, let me take and get these beads off of the table. I know, it just came together. Thank you for the gift. Okay, so number one is done. I want to keep it on here because I want to make sure with the next one that it follows in and it can cohesively go together. Here's our next one. We have these purple. We have a faceted blue. Don't need all of them. And then we have a green. But part of me is like, okay, we took out that red. And then I was thinking that. But we took the red out. And part of me is like, do we bring in the red? Let's see. I'm going to move out the purple for a second. And does that cohesively come together with that one? Let me see. I'm thinking maybe not this red, but this red. I might like that one better. Okay. We're going to get a piece of stretch cord. I know, it's like, whoops. I got to take this one off. I just cannot pick it up now because I took off. I only brought over one of the bead stoppers. Let's do. And I might mix my golds here and not have the same gold for all of them. I just thought about this, if I would do it this way. Okay. So I have a faceted rondelle, a round gold. The blue is faceted rondelle, then the gold, and then a smooth green. We have two of them here together. I'm going to grab a different one. And then we're going to take the rondelle, that's an antique gold. We have the red that is a rondelle. All right, I'm going to show you guys this pattern. That is great jewel tones. And if I put it up against there, I like that together. Can you guys see this down here? Let me move it down a little bit. So you've got the jewel tones. I'm liking that together. Okay, we're going to go with red on this one. Okay, blue, green, gold, purple, red. Ooh, we got the 10K. Okay, hold on just a second. You guys are going to guess the word here, the color. I might do that one on the next one, Nordic Luna, to tie it all together. Let's do... All right, one word color, everybody. One word color. Everybody can guess. I'm liking these together. There's a triple one there. I'll show you guys how we can get those apart after we get done with the guess. Wrong bead. I'm going to give you guys a hint. It is a bird. All right, 2 of you have guessed it. Let me. Geraldine was first, and then Nordic Luna was second. Flamingo was the bird. So let me create. There we go. This for Geraldine. You get, Geraldine, congratulations. You get 5 creative credits for guessing flamingo. Flamingo. Put that right there. All right. You're welcome. I like the peacock. Peacock colors are really cool. They're jewel toned. All right. We need one more of the pattern. So we need blue, round, green, gold rondelle, red, gold rondelle. All right. Here is, I will bring them up together so you guys can see them kind of together, but I got to hold them just right so they don't fall off. There are the 2 bracelets together. Okay. I'm going to take that one off. Get rid of some of these beads here. Now, what was the color combination that you had, Nordic Luna? Can you put it back on there for me? Because it got lost in there. Nope, I'm not putting them together. I'm going to close them all separately, but they will. You can wear them all together. Now, if you get beads that are joined, what I do is I take my chain nose plier, go in between the 2, and just take them apart. Sometimes it works. Blue, green, gold, purple, red. Okay. This one might not go. He doesn't want to go. There. I don't use my flush cutters because I've broken my flush cutters doing that. There it is. I'd rather break the bead than my flush cutters because of the, there we go, got it. Whew. Let's do this one. And this one. Oh, scissors. I never thought about using a scissors. This is why we talk. Okay, we have green. We have this purple. So purple and red on one side. Blue. Red. Trying to decide which shade. I think I'm going to use this one. It's a newer mat. You know, when you have them downstairs, if I need one, I can just, hi Cece, I just go and get a new one. Is that bad? We have the gold. And I think I want to put them on each, like 2 beads together and then the gold. I don't need all of those beads out, but I'm just going to put them out. Gives it Christmas vibes. I have a question. Do we change out the red to a different, deeper red? Switch purple and red so they're not next. Okay. Like that. Yep, they won't be deeper red. Everybody's saying a deeper red. Okay, let me put these there. Because I have this red, which is a deeper red. Just a little bit. That made a difference. I think that made the difference. All right. Okay. We're going to start off by having connected purple now. Okay, that's, and then I put it to there. Oh yeah, that all goes together. Ugh, I'm loving this. Whoops, I put 2 golds together. You go bye-bye. So blue, I know why I did it. I need to take out one of these. I was in my mind, I need 3. I don't need 3. So I need to take this pile away, or else I'm going to always put 2 on there. There we go. Thank you, Christine, for the follow. Jeez, we have a lot of them that are connected in this purple. Sorry, I'm not being very talkative while I'm like concentrating on getting my pattern right. You guys, we're 4.6 away from another giveaway. Those are connected. That one isn't. Holy, there's a lot of connected ones in here. Let's see where we're at. I think I might have to do one more. Yep, he's going to need one more. Let's see where we're at. There we go. I'm going to hold all three up so you guys can see them all together before we tie them. They don't want to stay straight, but there they are. I'm trying to see it so you can see it. But look at how cohesive that's a bold bracelet. Bracelets. But it all goes together now, doesn't it, Paula? It is very, very colorful. I will agree with you, Jade. But our goal was to create something bold. There's 1, 2, and 3. Those are cool together. And you don't have to like it. It's okay. You can tell me you don't like it. All right. Now, to close these up, I do use glue. I am a gluer for bracelets. Some people are not. This is Hypo Cement glue is what I use. I won't use it until I get all three of these tied. So now I take this is my left hand, this is my right hand. I take the left side over the top of the right, and we create an X. You bring your right side top one through the center and pull it tight, but it doesn't have to be extremely tight together. Now we're going to take our right side over the top of the left and recreate another X. We're going to bring that one around through the center of that hole that we just created, and now we pull it tight. Yep, and it's all because of when we get this done, I will show you why it's a boldness. We're trying to create something bold that, you know, that will catch the eye and not be gaudy. Once again, left over the right to create your X. Bring this one down and around into the center of your bracelet. Now pull that together. Whoops, hold on, I let go. So we're going to do that step over again. The X, they're there. Okay, now we're back up to it. Bring it closer together. Take your right side over the top of the left. Take this one inside that center circle that we just created. Right there's that circle. And then pull it tight. I'm forgetting to show you guys. Grab the hold of the beads and pull on it and make sure that they're not going to open up. I'm going to tighten that one up a little. There we go. All right, I'm going to take my bead stopper off of this one. Yep, just like your... Got left over right, through the center, pull it together, right over left, inside that little circle, and then pull it. Thank you, Heather, for the follow. Don't lose your grip. Hold each side, pull it, you're good. Now, we've got all 3 of them tied. I wait till they're all tied before I do this step because getting this back in, the lid back on, is a little bit difficult. So it's just easier to do it 1 time instead of 3 times. I open up where I have my knot. I take my little glue here. You see how he's just dabbing off there? And I just put a dab of glue in there, put it down to dry. Same for all 3 here. All right. Then you got to put, see, there's this little pin there. You got to put in the tip of this glue. And that's what's hard for me to do. There we go. Got it. That wasn't so hard today. Now, I'm going to hold these up together so you guys can see. I'm going to put the reds on the outside like that. Now, when you have all 3 of those together, look at how bold they are. Who would have thought that those could have all gone together? But they do. If you wore this with like a white or a black outfit, just think of how much your wrist is going to pop, how bold those colors are going to be together. That's what we wanted to do. That was what today was about. Taking something and making it bold. Now, to cut your ends off, I'm going to leave them. I don't cut them off right away. I leave them overnight and then come back in and cut them off. But I'm not going to cut them off today. I'm going to show you what you do. You open this up and you take a pair of scissors. It could be like this style or this style. But if you notice, they're small scissors, but they have a tip to them that comes up to there. You take that tip, get it as close to the edge without cutting your knot, and just cut that off. That's what you'll do. Oh, Jiminy Christmases, let's not pop wrist now. That would be, oh my Lord. So there you have it. I'm going to bring it up, everybody. I'm bringing y'all up. All right, my hair, I was like doing stuff with my hair as I was planning. So I have wacky doodle hair now. All right. There they are all together. I love how they just go together, but they're not identical. That's what I think is cool about it. Oh, ow. Thanks, Patty. I blew it dry today. And when I blow it dry, I have no control whatsoever where the curl, and if you notice here, he goes up. I'm like, I've been trying to get him to go down, and I can't get him to go down. It's what it is. Thank you. So, yeah, so that is our fun, bold, and beaded. I hope you guys had fun. So, ooh, ouch. Guess what, everybody? We have one more giveaway before we go. So don't go yet, everybody, okay? I'm pushing you guys closer together. Now, let's get a color. All right, go ahead and put in the chat a color. As I'm writing the date today, I remembered it is my great-grandmother's birthday. If she were still with us, she would be 124 years old. Somebody got it. Jade, you are the winner. She guessed the color ruby. So congratulations, Jade. You got 5 creative credits. There we go. All right. I had fun today. Thank you guys for like helping pick out the colors to create this. You know why it was ruby? Ruby is the color for July's birthday, and today's the last day of July. That's why I picked it. So yes, so I hope you all had fun today. I did. You guys have a great night. I will not be on tonight. We are going to the baseball game, so I will not have a live. We will be back tomorrow at 11 a.m. Central Time. Thank you, Jade. Yeah, and that's the thing is Cheryl put in here, thank you. I was unsure if the purple was in it, but it's gorgeous. Thank you. Um, the thing is that we went with the tones of the jewels. If we would have went with a bright purple, it wouldn't go. So that's why you got to watch that. Yep, you'll be able to watch a panda night. That'd be cool. But tomorrow is Halloween, everybody. If you're looking for things so that you can create Halloween jewelry, all the supplies that I have will be having tomorrow. We will have silicone beads. They're going to be at the end. We're going to have charms. We don't normally bring charms in, but we're going to bring some charms in. We will be bringing in pendants. We will have acrylic beads. We have polymer clay, and we have glass. No, I don't have those ready yet. So no encore tonight, or not encore, no debut tonight. We had a debut. Oh, we had a subscriber earlier. Yeah, we didn't have a debut. It just is because of the game. It's not going to work out. So that is what we've got for there. But yep, we all made the bracelet together, everybody. You guys all helped in it. All right, so if you want Halloween, come join me tomorrow. We'll see you then. Bye, everybody.